Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you how to design a bevel gear set with spiral teeth. In the previous videos we discussed how we can design gears with straight teeth, but now I'm going to design the spiral teeth. The main advantage of the spiral teeth is that the contact between the teeth mesh will be more gradual and continuous, and these type of gears work with very low levels of noise with respect to straight teeth and are used extensively in many gearboxes and many industrial applications. Okay, let's just get started. Okay, to do that I want to use the previous model we made for straighties, but now I'm going to suppress some features. I suppress sweep cut 1 and 2 for the pinion and gear, and as a result the circular pattern 1 and 2 will also be suppressed because they are dependent. Okay, to do that, I need the same planes 1 and 2 which we defined before, and I will use the same command for tooth generation which was to cut, but the cut path will be different for spiral tooth. And now I'm going to show you how we can make these paths. To do that, I need some reference planes. First reference plane for pinion is a plane that crosses this center line and also is perpendicular to this back line of the back cone of the pinion. So I define a reference plane, then select these two lines, but be careful because this is not the plane I want. And here for line 13 at sketch 1, I should change the relation to perpendicular, and that's what I need. Then I select OK. You can change the relative size of the plane by dragging the control points here. Okay, now I click on this plane and open an sketch on it, and for a better view I select normal 2, but if I select normal 2 again, the view will be rotated 180 degrees, so I need this view for better defining my sketch. The path for spiral teeth is a circular arc, so I select 3-point arc from here, then I start my arc from here and draw an arbitrary arc here, like this. Okay, after that I select center line and then draw a center line like this. Um, the angle for this center line with respect to a horizontal line is in fact the helix angle of the spiral teeth, which I define it to be 25 degrees. Okay, the definition of spiral teeth is that the tangent to this path, in fact, the tangent to this circular arc at the middle of the face width should be 25 degrees. To do that, I first select a point, put a point in here, then I add a dimension. This point, in fact, is in the middle of the face width of my teeth, which it was 15. So this point would be in 7.5 from back of the teeth. Okay, now I should add two relations. One is that this arc crosses this point, and also I want this arc to be tangent to this center line. So I define it. So I can drag this line here so that it would be nice. And another main important definition and dimension that I should use is the arc. In fact, the radius of this arc, which, for example, I choose it to be 75. You can change this according to the standard you want to use. In fact, the main two dimensions that we have here is this angle, which is the psi or the helix angle, and also the radius of this arc. Okay, I'm just done, so I exit my sketch. Then I use again the sweep cut command from here. For the path, for the profile, I can select the previous profile. For that, I open the design tree here under cut sweep 1. I select the sketch 2, which was my previous path, and I also for the profile, so I selected this, and for the path, I select the recent sketch that I made, and I select OK. OK. As you can see, my tooth path is also complete. But to be more precise, let me, in fact, edit my sketch 6, which was the sketch for my path. I drag this point a little so that I will make sure that the teeth cuts completely through the gear blank. Okay, I selected and now I'm done. The first gear is now modeled. And again, I use a fillet command to fillet. Oh, the fillet value should be not very big. I select zero point 0.5 and I select all these edges for my fillet command, and then I select OK. Good. By now, our first teeth is made, and we should again pattern this teeth around this circle so that we will have a complete pinion model. So from here, I select the circular pattern. From direction, I select this center line for pinion. As you can remember, the number of teeth for pinion was 20, so I select this 20, and be careful to select equal spacing, and the total degree would be 360 degrees. For features to be a pattern, I can select from this the view, or I can select from the design tree. I select cut sweep tree and fillet tree, and also again for feature scope, I clear this box, and for the body, I select the pinion, and then my definition is complete, and wow, you can see that it is almost done. But you can change the general shape of your teeth by changing the radius of the arc and also the helix angle. So you can see that my teeth is modeled. Okay, I can do the same for the gear. So again, first I define a plane which crosses from this line and is perpendicular to this line, but I should change again this to perpendicular. I select OK, I drag here. Then I open and sketch on my plane 4. Of course, for this special case, it seems that plane 4 and plane 3 are the same. Okay, so I select plane 4 and open and sketch on it. Select normal 2. Again, select normal 2 so that I will have this view. Okay, select the arc. And of course, be careful, because when we want two gears to mesh, the spiral hand of one gear must be opposite of the pinion. For example, if my pinion is right-handed, my gear should be left-handed. Okay, so I select the arc command, 3-point arc. I select 3 points arbitrary first to draw my arc approximately. Then I draw a center line somehow like this. I select this angle to be like before 25 degrees, which as I told you is the helix angle. Then I select a point, put it somewhere here, and I define this point to be uh, 7.5 from the back of the gear. And now I define two relations. First, I select the arc, then select this point and make a coincidence, and also select this arc, select this center line and make it tangent. Okay, now my definition is complete, and just I should define the radius of this arc, which like before I selected to be 75. I can change, okay, I can change the end line of end point of the arc so that I can position it properly. First, I should exit the dimension command. Then, as you can see, I can change its relative position. Okay, I'm almost done, so I exit my sketch. Now, I use again the circular pattern command. My direction here now is the vertical axis of the gear, and the number of tools for the gear was 40. For the features, oh sorry, I'm really sorry. First, I should sweep cut this line. So I define the sweep cut. The path is select previously, and I need to select the profile, so I use the design tree. The cut sweep tool would have the sketch for the sweep command, so I define it and then I select OK, and as you can see my teeth is cut. Again, I use the fillet command with the radius of zero point 0.5 and select all these edges for my fillet command, and it's done. The first piece is modeled, and then I should pattern it like before. So I select the circular command, and for the direction I select the vertical axis of the gear. The number of tools was 40, so I select 40 here. For features, to pattern, I select fillet 4 and cut sweep 4. And also here I clear this box and select the gear for my body, and I select OK. And as you can see, now my definition is complete and the gear uh, helical teeth are produced. Okay, to change and to have a better view, you can work with trial and error to make a better teeth. For example, as you can see, the edges of my teeth is somehow a little sharp. To remove this problem, I can change the past definition. For example, under cut sweep 4, if I edit this sketch and for example I change the radius to, for example, 100. Let me see what happens. I should rebuild my model, and as you can see a little it get better, but for a more realistic view you could change your radius so that the desired shape of your teeth is made. For example, if there is an interesting issue here, when this radius goes to infinity, in fact my teeth changes to a straight teeth. Also I can work with this angle. For example, I change it to 10 degrees to see what happens here. And as you can see, for every situation and each dimension we can have different teeth profiles. Okay, let's just change my drawing to the previous ones. I select this so to be 75 and this angle to be 25 degrees. Okay, this video is complete now. Thank you for watching.